Hi everyone. Someone asked me today, Mira, um, why did I pay for my girlfriend's relatives' meal and accommodation when we went out on a out on in an outing or something? They went somewhere, so apparently, yeah, he didn't realize that he had to pay for everything. And there were about 10 people in total. So sorry. Well, first of all, I'm so sorry to hear that, but it's kind of Filipino culture. You might think that it's kind of because you're a foreigner. Well, that's one thing. So, yeah, one reason is because they think you're a foreigner and you have more money and you can afford to do this. So, it's kind of sad that your girlfriend didn't tell them beforehand. Maybe she also assumed this and it's kind of like her pride that her boyfriend can actually pay for the meal or the accommodations or the trip itself. So, number two, it's in our culture. So in the Philippines, if a guy likes someone, they try to, you know, to court their families as well. So how is that? For instance, even for Filipino men, they would bring like gifts for their families. Now these are like the traditional men, not the ones on Facebook that ask money, the ones that I saw in Rafi Tulfo. So that's different. So they would ask for, money or something. Anyway, moving forward, we make ligaw. Ligaw means courtship. When you're making ligaw or when you're courting someone, you have to, show off or show the family that you can afford to pay for their daughter and then for them, and you're also trying to court their family. But Philippines is a tight knit culture, so they would also, even their relatives would expect you to do that for them. So they think it's okay, not only because you're a foreigner, but you're making legal to them, you're courting them, or you're trying to suyo them. Suyo, sinusuyuan mo sila. So suyo, wait, suyo in English. So yeah, so it's like, so this is like you're trying to win their favor. So, sorry, I know the Filipino, so I didn't know that there's a direct word. So, you're trying to win their favor. So, one way is by treating all of them. I know it's a bad way, but it's a part of Philippine culture. Now, does it stop? Well, usually it stops when you're married, but then it turns to another one. They might borrow money from your wife, your future wife, and then they would think that, um, if you don't lend them money, they might think that you're becoming too selfish and uh, you're the wrong person, or they would even tell your wife that they married the wrong person because they don't know you don't know the meaning of family. So it's really conflicting. Our culture is a mix. It's a mixture of different cultures. So it's really difficult to understand. But that's one thing. It's panunuyo, or getting their favor. Now, is it ever gonna end? Yes, as I've said, if you after you got married, but there's gonna be another thing. Now, the question is, do I have to do it? Do you have to do it? Well, it's up to you, really. Some people are okay, some people are not, but for me, I'm not. Um, you know, I think for immediate family members, for instance, like mother, father, and the girl, that's okay. Or if she has, some few siblings. But siblings, families, and everyone, that's too much. Unless your girlfriend is also working and you can share expenses. So, but if you're gonna cover everything, I think that's too much. Maybe one time is okay, but doing it over and over again, that's a bit of abuse, don't you think so? So how can you prevent this? Well, you cannot prevent it. At least do it once, maybe, but say I can only afford 4 people. So set limits. So I also say that to my mom when I go home, like, Mom, I went back to the Philippines 3 times, and then I told them like, Ma, I can't give your siblings money. I can't buy a chocolate. Just like that. She said, "Oh, it's okay. Just go home and give me money." But it's okay. She's my mom, and she's taking care of my brother. My brother is half paralyzed, unfortunately, so it's okay. And my aunt is also okay, and my grandmother. But the others, I don't know. But anyway, so that's the thing. It's a part of our culture. But first of all, I always say this over and over again: set limits. Research for a good place, a cheaper place, affordable but good. Compromise with your girlfriend. Tell her how you feel. If she feels bad that you can spend so much for her family, you better think of marrying her. Believe me, Filipino women, as much as possible, they feel good if their boyfriend would spend for their families, but if they really love you, they also don't want to abuse you. So they're gonna say like, "Uy, wag na, don't do that anymore," like that. So it's a it's also like a red flag. So I hope that answer helps. So when you're making ligaw, just ligawan you just, ligawan or court the girl, and then mom and dad, and that's it. So don't extend it to their extended family members, because these people, they don't, sometimes some people, they don't have the grasp of how hard life is in another country as well, and you're just looking for love, right? So I hope this helps. Thank you always. Have a nice evening, everyone.